Hey everyone. Um, we're live. We are live. We're here. It is Friday. It's time for some SmackDown. Well, almost time for some SmackDown. It is a couple minutes away from it being time for some SmackDown. That's this one. Hold on. Weird. Ray will be joining me at some point tonight, I believe. How you doing, Xander? The World Cup Run 2 was fun. Hi, Pierre. I'm alright. I'm a little tired. It's been a bit of a rough week in terms of just stuff happening. It's been a crazy week, but made it to the other side. Yeah, made it to the other side. World Cup Round 2, or at least Bracket A of Round 2, was in fact today. It was a good time. Very proud of it. Glad that people have seemingly, the members have seemingly enjoyed it so far. Good stuff so far. We're getting close to the end of the World Cup, and by that I mean, we're a step closer to it than we were. Um, Ray is not here yet, but I will go ahead and say on behalf of Ray, sorry about SmackDown once again being on a Saturday this week. It's becoming just kind of an increasingly inevitable thing some weeks. Life just kind of happens. I can't speak on Ray's life, but I know he's got stuff going on that I can't talk about, and I won't talk about out of respect for his privacy. Also tonight, Jake Paul is gonna get to go meet Muhammad Ali. I'm not gonna be watching the fight. Hold on, I have just realized I'm not wearing my wedding ring. Give me like 3 seconds, because I remember exactly where I put it. Okay, got it. There we go. I showered not long before the stream, and whenever I shower, I take my ring off. That way I can make sure I get a thorough wash of my hands in there, and realize I hadn't put it back on since. But, Buddy and Coda was awesome. God, I had a lot of fun with that match. I had a lot of fun with the entire show, like all four matches. Buddy and Coda was like, it was kind of like I looked at it and I was like, um, Hendry and Starks needed to be something special. Coda and Buddy needed to be just great in ring. Everyone knew what Raj and Malachi was going to be, so I didn't want to make it painful. And then Garcia and Balor was kind of the we'll just see how it goes match of the night. But yeah, SmackDown will come out tomorrow, as will Lone Star, or not Lone Star, as will Los Angeles Wrestling. But we kick off with Cody Rhodes tonight. Whoa. I will also say that I started Raw today. I got 2 matches done, but it has been kind of a rough day. Yeah, Cody does live what means business. No suit tonight. But yeah, I was a little busy today. I got off work early, tried to go do some door dashing to make up some extra money. And then there was such heavy traffic that I was nearly half an hour late on one of my deliveries, and DoorDash threatened to fire me. And I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" They were like, "You were 30 minutes late on delivery." I was like, "Why don't you look at the traffic in the area and then tell me why I'm 30 minutes late on this person's delivery?" This person, this customer, by the way, who I sent a message being like, "Hey, I'm really sorry that I'm running so late. I've been in standstill traffic since the minute I got your food." And the customer who was like, "Oh, you're perfectly okay. Just thanks for letting me know and be careful." Like, fuck off. At DoorDash specifically, with the fuck off. Seeing Randy Orton reminds me I am actively working on my script for Viper in the Family. I am doing that as the next episode of How Xander Would Book. He's in suit so much that seeing him in not a suit is weird. I agree. Cody in a t-shirt is weird. So it's one of those things where Viper in the Family is one of those things where Viper in the Family is one of those things where it was almost perfect, but there's just so many small things that I need to tweak to make it feel perfect to me. So I'm pretty excited about it. I got a pretty decent amount of the script done on it today, but I had to actually do my job when I was substitute teaching, so yeah, they didn't stick the landing, the maggots for one. Yeah. Alright, well, I'm gonna kind of get the website update stuff done in silence here, I guess. Honestly, while you're at it, might as well rebook Bray's WWE title run, or at least Bray in general and WWE from the lot. The title run is in there. The title run is in the rebook. Essentially, it starts at SummerSlam, and I take it just a little beyond WrestleMania. Kevin is making Lambo money, so it would seem. Oh, Cody mentioning that Aldis is still a wrestler.
to call his loved ones. Imagine you being the one saying, I don't know if his neck is broken. Imagine when they ask the question, why? That you have to tell them. Well, Kevin Owens is telling everybody under the sun, it's because of me. WrestleMania 40 is the highlight of my life, professionally and personally. You know what that happened to that ring? I was on Randy Orton's shoulders. I dropped down to the mat. He looked me in the eyes and he said, hey, Code Man.
I think Nick might challenge Cody for the belt at some point. He might.
The nickname Code Man, it's a moment that I will cherish forever because that's what Randy Orton means to me. So now he's been put on the shelf, time taken away from him, time he might not have had. And again, that's because of me. If I can't handle my business in a WWE ring, what do you expect me to do? You want me to buy a ticket? You want me to go to his house? You want me to knock on his door? You want me to beat his ass in his front yard? What do you expect me to do?
Oh, Cody is threatening to go beat Kevin up at his house.
That is not what you want from this company's champion. I know that is not how you want me representing this brand, but Nick.
This is really touching, which makes Randy's turn when they really hurt. Oh no, you're right. Oh, you're absolutely right. The cough is still here, by the way. I was saying on Monday how I was hoping it might be gone by the next stream, but it is still lingering. Starting to kind of feel like the Markiplier meme, well, I did everything I could do. And you did too. Also, why are you here?
The OTC, Roman Reigns, he's on the way in here shortly. Wants all of us to meet in the same room together so we can go over to play for war games. All right? Still gonna need a fifth member for war games. You know what? If there's something else I can ask.
It's Randy. We know he'll turn. Though maybe they'll surprise us and he won't. No, you're right. He probably will. All right. U.S. title tournament. Man, I was talking about this in the Discord just before I went live. The women's U.S. title tournament just kind of goes to show you how stacked SmackDown's women's division is. Is Sammy gonna try and find Kevin? Oh no. Oh no, I hope not. Hey, Brandon. Oh man. Gonna be a pretty stacked weekend on the channel. We don't have any pay-per-views or anything this weekend, but we do have LAW tomorrow, we have SmackDown tomorrow, we have Speed on Sunday, and if you remember, we got main event this week as well, which I don't have the card ready for yet, but I can tell you it's going to be solid show as always. Main event's always fun, and then I'm going to hopefully get another episode of Uncut and Uncensored out on the Patreon for those pledged over there at any dollar amount. I do. Uncut and Uncensored is fun because I do just kind of get to cut loose on it. I kind of just get to cut loose, play games, and say whatever I want, which is always fun. So controversial thing here. Controversial thing, and I'm not sure how people are going to feel about me saying this. We put our tree up. Specifically, Alex put our tree up. It's a multicolored tree that you can completely change the color of, like there it is in full purple. We put it up. I know it's not Thanksgiving yet, but I'm gonna be real with you guys. Just gonna be real with you. With the fucking year I've had, I deserve to start my Christmas cheer a little early, and it's my house, so bite me. How fucking dare me? Yeah, how fucking dare I? I know. Come at me, bro. Come at me.
That's enough to feed you and like two friends. Or one if you're selfish. And I am selfish.
We haven't decorated it yet, but to give you guys some perspective on what happened, right? Here's what happened. Alex and I, it was Alex's birthday on Wednesday, which is why I was not live, because I have promised her I will never stream on her birthday unless she specifically wants to be part of, like, wants to do a stream together or something, but I'm never going to be the one to suggest it. Um, I have promised Alex I will never stream on her birthday for as long as we are together, which is hopefully forever. Um, but yeah, I don't. Hold on. But yeah, um, it was Alex's birthday Wednesday. We went to the Georgia Aquarium because I mean, I'm pretty open about how we're from Georgia. And on the way back, I was like, let's just run by. There was a Target on our way there, and I was like, hey, how about on the way back we stop at Target and we just kind of. I was like, how about on the way back we stop at Target and we just kind of take a look at some stuff. I was thinking, I could get a chance to see if any of the new Sonic figures were there. Because I collect Sonic the Hedgehog. I collect the 4-inch Sonic the Hedgehog figures, and they just came out with a new wave that has classic Amy and classic Metal Sonic in it. And so I was thinking I could try and find one of them. Like we could do a little bit of Christmas shopping for some people that are both on both of our lists still. And when we moved last year, we had to throw away our old Christmas tree because it was nearly 20 years old. It was a hand-me-down from my mom, and it was falling apart at the seams, right? And so we went to the Christmas section just planning to just look. And we got to the back of Target and there was a sale going on for 50% off all Christmas trees until tomorrow, like until Saturday. And I saw this one that um I saw one that had color changing lights because Alex likes white lights on trees. I like colored lights. And so when we found one that has a remote like what my office here has, you guys see me play with the color changing remote plenty, which I was going to demonstrate for people who have never seen the color changing lights in here, but I can't find the goddamn remote, which is pretty par for the course when I actually want to show something off. Oh, there it is. Like you guys know, I've got my color changing lights. I can make it purple. I can make it red. I can make it really red. I can make it green. So on and so forth. Oh wait, that light didn't change. So on and so forth. Well, I found one where it could be. We found one where it was like it could be colored, or it could be white lights, and I gasped at the sight of it. And it was normally $200, and we were like, well, that's $100. If it's for the two of us together. If we split that 50-50, that's $50 each, and we're gonna get several years of use out of it. We girl mathed it down to being pretty much free by that point. And so we picked that up. We got a tree skirt for it and stuff. And I was like, we'll wait. and we'll put it up next week. Because, like, Thanksgiving being the last week of the month is killing. Like, being one of the very last days of the month is killing me because I love Christmas. It's a big part of my life. It's very important to me. And so, we got the tree. We got a tree skirt for it. And I was like, yeah, we'll put it up next week because I'd agree with Alex that I would wait and start putting Christmas stuff up after her birthday had passed. Oh yeah, that was BFAB's first ever solo entrance, wasn't it? It's kind of crazy. And then lo and behold, next thing I know, I came home from work yesterday and she had already put it up. And I was like, I am A-okay with this. Only thing is, I wish I'd got to be part of setting it up, but it's alright. We haven't decorated it yet, so for what that's worth. But yeah, so that's that, and we also have lights hung up on our front porch now. But yeah, Pierre says, "How fucking dare you? I don't set mine up until November 30th at 11:30 p.m." Well, um, that just sounds like a skill issue, honestly, Pierre. Clearly, that mean like if you had a family whose Thanksgivings go like my family Thanksgivings do, you would understand why I want to just speed run to Christmas instead. The AEW roster is so big in the Slavic universe. I used to wait until after Thanksgiving. This is the first year that I have not waited until after Thanksgiving. But I was excited this year. With the year we've had, I have earned a little bit of early Christmas cheer this year. And I've got everything wrapped so far. I still have stuff to buy. I still have a few people to buy for, but I have wrapped everything that I have bought at this point, which is great, including that, which is not under my tree because somebody, Missile, keeps trying to get into the bag. I'm very annoyed about Missile continually doing that because it means I have to remember to take that bag with me when we go to Alex's family Christmas in a few weeks here, or in about a month here, because that is for that is for my buddy's wife, who is part of Alex's family. So it's just like, Missile, can I have anything in this house without you being a menace to society?
What do you need that for? Chicken doesn't have to be flavorless. There we go. A burrito on what could be Gam Gam's last holiday? What'd you say? Extra dice. Put it down.
Let's see. But yeah, I'm doing the win-loss updates for Lone Star at this point. Pretty much I'll have everything except SmackDown updated on the site here in a minute. Did I forget to do... I don't think I did win-loss updates for... I did win-loss updates for Bracket B of the World Cup. I'm trying to figure out if there's anyone I would be able to figure that out with other than... No, I did not. I did not do win-losses for World Cup Bracket B yet. Whoops. I really thought I had. Had Arby's for dinner tonight because I felt like I earned it after the week I've had. Um, Normally, for most of my life, I've gotten, or not most of my life, pretty much the entire part of my life that I have eaten Arby's during, which is my adult life, pretty much, and pretty much my adult life, pretty much from age 16 through now, with the exception of a couple of years ago, from like 2020 through like 2023, when it lost its good taste to me. I always got like the buffalo sliders, but I got the buffalo wrap today because it sounded good, and I was wanting something with a little less bread to it. Still a little bit of bread, but like not as much bread. If you get what I'm saying, um, you feel me? And excuse me. And so I got that. It was pretty good. That might be my new order from here on out. Because it's got like lettuce, tomato, and onion with it as well, so it's got more veggies to it, which I love me some vegetables. Like, I am very different from how I was as a child because I will devour some vegetables.
Never happened before on Raw or SmackDown. What that means is just how deep and healthy our women's division is on both Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. There's a reminder on your screen again. Newly released tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.
Oh yeah, Saturday night's main event is only a few weeks away at this point. It's about a month away. It is 4 weeks from tomorrow. Finals being Saturday night main event is an excellent idea. 100% agree, dude. I 100% agree.
Matt cuts her off the pass. And people more to the right. He's got right in the center. So far, the right over the space. Candace down.
It's coming up faster than I thought. Man, this time of year is like a mirage. It flows very quickly. It almost scares me how quickly November, December flies by. And then January just drags. Which, next week, by the way, a week from today, is my 13-year anniversary of doing content. Next week, I will have been doing content for 13 years. And War Games is in a couple weeks as well. And I'm thinking that what I'm going to do next weekend, not cough up a storm like I've been smoking a pack a day for 20 years, although that's how I feel like, that's what I feel like right now, even though I've never smoked in my life and I never intend to. Um, Thank you, Pierre. What I'm intending to do for my 13-year anniversary of YouTube is something else. Celebrated a bit of a milestone this week. And I think some of you might know what I'm talking about. Sonic 06 turned 18 this week. So I'm thinking next weekend, you, me, a couple of alcoholic beverages, we make my final child support payment to this 18-year-old bastard. I'm talking next weekend, weekend long adventure of a drunk Sonic 06 playthrough. Oh yeah, a drink for every death, maybe a drink for every glitch. I'm looking to just get smashed. Maybe I could have used better wording on that one. Oh, well, Bailey with the win. I could see them putting the belt on Bailey. I don't think they should. I feel like the belt should go to someone who's never been a champion before. But it'll be alright. I like Bailey just fine. I don't love Bailey or anything. I think she's fine. Um, I would have preferred to see Candice LeRae get that win, but I'm thinking, looking at that lineup, I'm thinking either Meechin, Chelsea Green, or Blair Davenport is going to be the first champion. Sammy's trying to get LA Knight on Team OG. Ooh, an LA Knight Open Challenge tonight. That'll be fun. Hopefully it's not Andrade or Carmelo. I mean, I'll just say that here and now. Hopefully it's not Andrade or Carmelo. I feel like I've seen that enough at this point. I get the point. It's good matches, but I'm kind of tired of them. Also, I'd say make it Blair might be an unpopular opinion. I feel like that's a great choice, personally. I thought that's a great shout. Oh, hold on. Hold on, folks. It's almost time. It's that thing everyone enjoys the most. Ray's here. Oh, Ray, you're muted. Actually, it could be me. It is, in fact, me. Hold on.
Hi.
Yeah,
Hello?
it was me. My Discord was trying to send audio to my PlayStation controller, of all things.
Yeah, it does that. It does that because of the built-in microphone on the PlayStation 4 controllers.
Well, in my case, it's the 5, but yeah.
Yeah. Or
Which
on the
microphone
PlayStation
built
4.
into the 5 is not bad, shockingly.
Huh?
The microphone built into the PS5 controller is shockingly not bad.
Yeah. You ever notice on like the later stage Sony games? Also, guys, SmackDown will come tomorrow. I had some really personal stuff happen.
Oh yeah, I was
Anyway,
telling him you had some personal stuff that I wasn't going to delve into because it's not my place. So
yeah. Well, it's also just not something you should talk about on the internet. I think there is a epidemic, a cavalcade of people rolling their dirty laundry out on the internet. And just
that, and just for some reason, I think some people, and the present company excluded, like the guys in chat right now, Pierre's here, Brandon's here, etc., etc. Or at least Brandon was here. I don't know if he's still here, but anyway, like present company excluded, there are some people just out there that feel like they're entitled to the personal struggles you and I deal with. Like, oh,
well,
go ahead.
as I said, it's not that for me. It's literally just for me. It's just like I just think everyone delves way too much of their dirty laundry out there. Like
Yeah,
think about how many great YouTubers have risen to prominence and gotten cut down just because they way overshare on their personal life.
yeah, it's true.
And don't get me wrong, I understand there's a lot of YouTubers who have shared on their personal life, and it's actually turned out not that bad.
Right.
But most times it doesn't turn out good.
But yeah, but
Think
yeah,
about
so
like we did like and like I will forever we didn't know. Here's the thing, like no one knew, like, and I know this is a weird example to bring up. No one knew what was going on with Technoblade till he was passed on.
yeah.
I know it's weird for Ray to reference Technoblade,
Yeah, I don't
but
even really know who that is, but
oh, you don't
um
know Technoblade?
I've heard the oh my god, that's disturbing.
Oh, the rock pillow.
With a Jimmy Fallon pillow as well.
The rock pillow is worse because Jimmy Fallon, you can at least tell it's photoshopped. Like everything, you can clearly tell it's photoshopped. They textured the other pillow to look more consistent with the rock skin tone than the other one.
Yeah.
So it looks.
Look, man, people can make fun of me all they want. I'm gonna go see Red One. I'm very excited about it.
Oh, my dad said he's gonna see it.
It just looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. It looks like a turn
I
my
heard a
brain off
review.
and enjoy
I
it
saw
kind
a
of.
review for this movie that was like this movie is exactly what you expect it to be. Literally, just avoid thinking about it at all costs. Like literally, just avoid thinking about the plot or anything like that critically. Just don't do it. Like,
Mm,
and I don't you know I like BFAB.
yeah.
But like her being lumped in with the Street Profits, it kind of just feels like a substitute. They're trying to substitute Bianca because Bianca's gone and become a big single star.
Well, she got put with them because they were doing the stuff with Lashley, is what it was.
Yeah.
And
Well,
she
no,
joined the
and I
group to
just
essentially be the anti-Scarlet.
yeah. You gotta love how they were. So, who was all part of Hit Row when Swerve was there?
It was
Oh,
Swerve,
and now
Ashanti
there's new.
Adonis, Top Dollar, who's now AJ Francis, and BFAB.
And who else?
So it was Swerve, Adonis, BFAB, and Top Dollar, who is now AJ Francis in TNA.
There was no one else.
Nope, it's just those four.
For some reason, I thought Ashanti came later. It's like.
Nope.
For some reason, I remember them adding another person when the group came back to try like substitute for Swerve. Maybe that's like a Mandela thing.
Yeah, you're getting the Mandela affected there.
Yeah, because I'm like I remember distinctly someone else joining the group and like to like try to like fill in the Swerve spot.
Nope.
Uh,
But yeah, I don't know if you saw the bracket for the women's U.S. title, but it definitely looks like we're gonna get a women's IC title
that's cool.
because the bracket is only SmackDown competitors.
Um, so I don't think we'll be spoiling anything. Like you and I have talked about like what would we do like if we had these secondary women's championships.
Oh yeah, I mean I already talked about it on last week's Raw, or on Raw this past Monday
And I
on the
don't think
Watch
it'd be
Party.
like a surprise for anyone to say like we're thinking that me taking like the women's Intercontinental and you taking the women's US because
Yeah,
that just works better for the structure of the show of like keeping track of who the champions are.
yeah, exactly, and it's like, um, a lot of people know, like it keeps it where we
There's going
have
to be
completely
like if you hear there's going to be an Intercontinental Championship match on Raw, and you have two Intercontinental Champions on Raw,
right.
you're just like, okay, like.
I love LA Knight. I do not love his custom US title.
Like I said, I think they're really trying to they're trying to make people like feel like the older eras, like the golden eras of wrestling. So like they make I feel like personally like they try to like book a lot of similar ways to they did like the Attitude Era and in the Golden Era.
Yeah.
Um so that's like, like WrestleMania 1 to 6 and then like WrestleMania 13 to 17. Um and at that time, like people always had like a lot of custom belts.
Yeah.
I almost feel like it'd be better if they went bolder with it. Like at this point, it's like I'm like if you're gonna redesign a belt, at least make it like such like a drastic thing. Like the little LAs, they don't like when I saw like literally when I first saw the belt, I didn't see like the up close shot of it. I just saw like a long of it of LA Knight with like the custom belt or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
And
for
like
fuck's sake.
what?
Who's accepting the open challenge? I've seen LA beat all three of these guys several times in the last 3 months. Just for fuck's sake, is how I feel about that one.
Hey guys, are you tired of all the Hispanic wrestlers feuding with each other? Well, we're done with that. Great, and now they're all gonna feud with LA Knight. Son of
Yeah.
a bitch!
Beat me to the punch on that one.
Like, no, but when I first saw like the LA belt design and stuff,
What was
I'm
that?
gonna be honest. I legitimately thought like that the belt like was like little stars.
That's what I thought at first, too.
Then I was like, it's little LAs. I'm like, okay, well,
Yep.
why not just color the strap red and put like a massive LA logo on both sides of the strap?
Who knows?
I do love the shirt of Knight crossing the Delaware. Have you noticed that's what his shirt is?
What is it?
Have you noticed LA Knight's new shirt? Like what the design actually is?
I didn't look too closely at it now.
Let me make sure it is like because to me it looks like a very certain thing, but it could also be something else. I'll Google it because I can't get because they're not giving me a good shot of it on TV.
Hey, yo! Shit, alright. I don't even know if that's PG. Well, I'll take an Umberto singles match.
Yep, it is.
What is it?
It's they took the famous painting of George Washington
Oh,
crossing
yeah,
the
yeah.
Delaware River and
Yeah,
put
and
it
it's LA
instead
Knight.
of
Okay, yeah, it's just the image is more stretched on the shirt than it usually is, so I was having trouble telling that's what it was.
I thought it might have been the poster from like Army of Darkness, Evil Dead 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen that movie.
Can't say I have, no.
Honestly, I'd honestly want to see a reaction to the Evil Dead movies. The original Evil Dead movies. Evil Dead 1, 2, and Army of Darkness.
Hello, JT.
Do you know why?
Why?
Because that's Sam Raimi's like original like horror trilogy.
Oh, yeah, I knew he did the Evil Dead movies.
Yeah. So
Seeing
I'm
as
like I
Bruce
knew
Campbell is the lead actor in them.
yeah. He's Ash. Yeah, that's right. He was Ash before Ash Ketchum was Ash. He's the original Ash. I one time saw a joke. It was like Ash versus Ash, and it was wait you haven't seen Evil Dead yet. So Ash in Evil Dead has a chainsaw attached to his hand.
I know this.
Um,
I know who Ash Williams is.
well, Xander, you said you hadn't seen Evil Dead. How would I know you know who Ash Williams is if you haven't
Well,
seen
he
Evil Dead?
got added to Dead by Daylight as a survivor. I've seen plenty of things. I used to follow, before I quit Twitter, I used to follow Bruce Campbell there, and he posted plenty about it there. I know
Yeah.
plenty about Ash Williams.
I'd honestly be interested to see because like once you see it, you can't unsee all the stuff in Spider-Man with it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, like the Doc Ock scene.
Well, not just that, just other things. Here, you want to something that I actually kind of um. So you know the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. The original, the script just got leaked for the original movie,
Mm-hmm.
and like honestly, it is like I kind of wish they made that one instead of what they actually made.
Okay.
So WandaVision was originally going to end with Wanda obviously freeing herself from being informed that she's in this, that the whole thing's going on with I forget what it is now, like the thing keeping the town the way it is. I only saw
The
WandaVision the one
Hex.
time. Not the Hex, yeah. So Doctor Strange was supposed to show up at the end of WandaVision and tell her about this Hex. And then help her free herself from the Hex. And then like he was gonna start training her, and that was gonna be the end of the movie, and it was going to go into Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Um and Wanda would have been an ally throughout the movie, as Nightmare was the villain and would be using the Darkhold. And apparently, like throughout the original script for the movie, the idea was like the ending of the third movie would be Wanda becoming evil and becoming the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
And that was going to set up Avengers 5 at one point, was Scarlet Witch was going to be the villain. Which I honestly think is really cool and harkens back to the in the original script for the Avengers, there was no Loki.
Really?
Yeah. So at one point they thought Red Skull might be the villain.
Okay.
Hence him getting absorbed to the Tesseract. And then they thought And this is actually, I'm like, that actually might be really cool. The Hulk would be the villain.
Yeah, I think I've heard about that.
Yeah. They're in this stretch hold right now. Ah, keep it going. Keep it going. Come on, it's good. It's hot.
Bring Scarlet Witch to ARW. We'll
Huh?
see. JT's telling me to bring Scarlet Witch to ARW. I said, we'll see. I'm not really in an ARW mindset right now.
Yeah.
What mindset am I in? I'm in the I
Huh?
have a 3 hour drive in the morning mindset.
Where are you going in the morning?
Alex's parents' house.
Birthday.
Yep. They're taking her and I out for her birthday tomorrow night.
Oh,
And so then we're gonna take my mom out to lunch on Sunday to see
that's
her a
cool.
little bit, talk to her about some stuff.
Ah,
Yep, LAW tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about people seeing that. I think it's a really good show.
Xander, I had an idea recently
Okay.
because, like, recently, I was like, with what's happened on SmackDown with Los Lotharios and Imperium, and what's happened on AEW now with Christian and Luchasaurus.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I should. I'm like, I kind of want to edit the clip together and then have like the Bob Saget voiceover from How I Met Your Mother. Be like, kids, this is what became known as the autumn of breakups.
It's the right time of the season for it too. That's the worst part.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's finally time for me to add the AEW teams to the website.
Oh, fun. Otherwise known as Xander reacts to whatever the hell Ray is up to.
Well, it's also I got you here tonight, so I
Uh
can be
huh.
like, Ray, who's in this group? What's this group called if I'm forgetting someone?
Yeah.
God knows I've asked you what Cult of the White Witch is called at least 15 times. And I finally remembered it for once there. Okay. Adam Cole has a group, doesn't he? Wink, wink.
Yes.
Okay, that happened today. Do we have a name for them?
They are just the undisputed kingdom, Xander.
Okay, wanted to check. I'm trying to be careful. What I remembered you telling me that, but I wasn't sure if we'd given them the name yet.
Also, literally, the downloading Matt Taven was one of the most rage-inducing things I've ever done in my entire life.
Oh shit!
Oh, hey, Nakamura! Yay! Someone different!
Finally! Oh, I'm not
Different!
making that joke actually.
What?
Um, it was incredibly inappropriate, is all I will say. I'll text it to you, but it was incredibly inappropriate.
Nakamura is here to claim vengeance for the shitty Joker sequel. At least that's what the makeup's given me. Tell you
I just DM'd it to you.
who's made You ever notice like half the reason the Bloodline story exists is to have a new design of a shirt every single week.
It does feel that way. JT, I can't risk sending that one to you. No. I
I want to
guys,
point
if
out this will technically be the first Royal Rumble ever to happen outside of January.
oh yeah. Pierre says he also wants to know what the joke was. It was essentially along the lines of I'm trying to think of the more appropriate way to word it. Yeah, it's pretty inappropriate what I said.
Someone pointed out, like, here's the thing, and I'm not saying this. I want to point out I'm not saying this. LA Knight has a real tendency to face minorities for the title.
It was something along the lines of what Ray just said, actually.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing. Like, I get why. It's the American dream, like,
Okay,
oh,
Ray's just making the joke for me now, pretty much.
foreign guy coming across the pond, working hard for it, winning the title, the American dream, shut down by a white guy. That's right. We're going real United States messaging here. Are you?
Yeah, Ray just pretty much made the joke for me.
You're all literally shut. You're all literally shut down by Hollywood. LA Knight.
Yeah, it was pretty much. Yeah, I more or less a minorities joke is what I made, and I'm like, I'm white. I can't make those kind of jokes.
No, you just have to make sure it's clear that you are making it in deprecation of the white man.
Oh yeah, fuck white guys. We're the
Yeah,
worst.
that's the thing with race humor. You have to make it obvious. The person's race that you're making fun of is the white guy.
Oh yeah, like we suck. You ever notice most things in the world that are wrong are the problem or the fault of a white guy? Just saying.
What do you think it is that makes us do this? That makes us want to dominate everything around us?
Inferiority
You think
complex, because like
I think it's because we age faster than every other race on Earth.
I was
We
gonna
start
say,
looking, huh?
like physically we are the least attractive.
Like as time goes on, like we start looking rough. A lot of us do anyway.
Yeah,
We start looking
exactly.
rough like our 30s into our 40s. That doesn't happen with a lot of other races. So I'm wondering if it's like that's the thing that pushes it over the edge for the subconscious white man of like all these people. They want to walk around without gray hair, and I'm sitting here 32 years old, hair full of lead, just looking like, regular old white wolf here. And
Right.
I'll show them. I'll control their mortgages.
He asks if it's something in the water. It could be.
Honestly. Or it could be the fact that white people don't drink enough water. That could also be part of it.
That is true.
I feel like that Wamapo character from Parks and Rec just isn't
Yes, I can't remember his name right now, but I know who you're talking about.
yeah.
Oh, I'm excited for the Rumble, man. I have no thoughts on that, JT. Yeah, the Rumble. I got a good feeling about the Rumble this year, man.
So I had a weird thought.
Okay.
So like, here's the thing. In my ideal Rumble, here's the thing. I know what I want to happen at the Rumble won't happen. I've already accepted that.
Okay.
Because if I was booking, I'm like Roman and Rock is a marquee match with two of the biggest stars in the world, and by no means needs a title at all. Like,
Yeah.
the title does not help. It doesn't do anything for anybody. So, like, if it was me booking, I'd book Randy to win the Rumble and face Cody at WrestleMania.
Oh, I don't love that.
Why not?
Because I don't want Randy to win a Rumble again.
What's wrong with like an established name winning, Xander? Can't be a new guy every time.
It hasn't been a new guy in like 5 years at this point. Now on that note, Ray, I don't think anyone should
Okay,
win a
Cody
third
had
Rumble.
never won one up till 2 years ago. I know he won back to back, but
Like, I gotta tell you, man, I don't think
okay.
someone should win the Rumble 3 different times. On that note, let me tell you why I think John Cena should win the Royal Rumble for the third time.
That's like, if you say no to Randy and then say to me, but John Cena, I'm like,
I had a feeling. Okay, are the Guns still aligned with Jay White and Juice Robinson? Is that still a thing on AEW?
unestablished.
Okay, so
Kind
just
of
put the
not.
Guns together then on the website.
Yeah. And you see, look at Tonga Loa. That's right. He's adding on that manager weight. He's
Yeah.
I don't got shit to do.
Okay, so yeah, just put Colton and Austin together. No Jay and Juice.
Not yet.
Okay.
Not at the moment.
Is Bandito still considered part of Dark Order?
Technically.
Okay. That's Ray speak for shrugs shoulders.
Huh?
Pierre said that's Ray speak for
That's race speak for they haven't appeared since Double or Nothing. The Guns really haven't at all.
Fair.
They lost to Motor City. They lost the titles, and I haven't brought them back since. Not because I don't want anything to do with them, because there's other teams I was trying to focus on.
Right.
And when you have a roster as big as AEW, some people are going to be off TV for a few weeks.
Yeah, which we are actually having. I won't tell too much detail, obviously. We are having a little meeting about the AEW roster after the stream tonight.
Yeah.
Try and help out with some of those issues.
So, did you want to know what I watched today?
What's that?
I hate him with a passion, but this is legitimately one of the funniest things. It was the time where Vince had this big moment on Raw where it was essentially the Steve Austin teases shooting Vince McMahon in the head until he pisses himself.
Yeah.
Watch that again today. Still one of the funniest damn things ever. The man JB's the trash.
Where's Sammy? There's Sammy. I feel like making this 5-on-5 is just really like it just feels very forced.
I feel like they're doing it so the OG bloodline could probably win again. I feel like that's kind of why they're doing it this way. Because they don't want Roman to get pinned.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if you've they pretty much revealed who it was in the recent Raw on the double Raw tapings. If you care about me telling you that or not.
What?
So they double taped Raw this week,
Uh-huh.
and the double taping pretty much reveals who the other members of Team Bad Bloodline and Good Bloodline are going to
I
be.
heard it was Bronson and Seth. That's what I did
Yeah,
here.
it's just going to be Bronson Reed and Seth Rollins.
Which I'm like, okay, that is something to do. I'm like, okay, but like at that point, like if Bronson and Seth are getting dealt into this whole thing, right? Why did Bronson lose to Seth at the pay-per-view?
Apparently on Monday, Solo is going to help Bronson beat Seth.
Oh, because that makes Bronson look so great.
Oh yeah.
Also, you gotta love how they lined Sammy up to fight Jacob. Sammy's like, guys, come on, this isn't fair. Come on, Wolf. Come on, werewolf. Wolf bite dog. Let's go.
There's Bronson Reed.
Wolf bite dog.
Oh.
Helped by gorilla.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
That's what this feels like. Just
Oh. Those are some big, meaty men right there.
these are some. Oh boy. I know he's a horrible person, but doing the Vince voice comes like it becomes funny. It's where it's like, oh look at these two meaty mountains right there. Such good shit, pal.
Pierre!
What?
Pierre says in the chat, I can only get so hard with Bronson and Jacob.
Bronson literally having to keep pushing Tonga out of the way. Tonga, don't stand there. Son of a bitch. I'd say push you out of the way, and then you go to the other place I'm trying to walk to.
God love him, no one's ever accused Tonga Loa of being a ring general.
No, like, look at him now. They clearly, okay, I'm setting you up, Roman.
Oh my god, are they really just gonna have Roman 5v1 here? What in the 2017?
Xander, don't you know he's the big dog? Exactly.
I still have the Roman gauntlet that I faked you out with for Christmas all those years ago somewhere. For those that have never heard the story, Christmas 2016, I bought Ray the Toys R Us replica of the WWE Championship that they put out. But when I went to his house to give it to him, I faked him out by making him think I got him like the fucking toy Roman Reigns gauntlet instead.
He didn't fake me out. I was like, you won't give me this. Why? I'm like, Xander, this doesn't fit on my hand. Like,
Yeah, but still, your very genuinely happy face when I opened the trunk and showed you what was actually for you made me feel good.
yeah. That's a nice belt. I never found out what happened to it. Like, the only thing I can figure is I must have left it there when we moved on accident.
So, Roddy, Bobby, and Kyle, are you calling them Dishonor or Dishonored?
Dishonored.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Come on, Jacob. Beat up. You don't have to take that from a guy with a top man bun.
What's wrong with a man bun?
At the top of your head, you look like you just. No, it's strictly on the top of the head.
Okay, that's fine.
If you do one on the top of your head, I figured you just got out of the shower and now want to walk around the house with a towel wrapped around your head on the phone with Shalene for a few hours.
Shut up. I cannot tell you. I don't think I've ever tied my hair back following a shower, if I'm honest.
Huh?
I don't think I've ever tied my hair back after getting out of the shower, if I'm honest with you.
I have. I did this morning. Well, that's because my ass got up at 4:30.
Yeah, you get up a little earlier than me usually for your job.
Well, here's the thing. I usually close now, but I had an opening shift, which is very unusual. I gotta be there at 6. And it's really close to my house, but I also trying to work out and shower. So I need the time to do that. Otherwise, I walk in and I feel like stiff. I don't feel loose and ready to move. I don't feel ready to dance.
Yeah.
I don't feel ready to go footloose.
No, not gonna cut loose. Foot loose. Not gonna kick off your Sunday shoes.
You ever so there's this YouTuber named Olin Rogers, and he only just tells stories based on his life, and he does it in this comedic way.
Okay.
He was telling the story about this movie theater he worked at, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how he was caught on the security camera footage because Footloose came on by Kenny Loggins after they closed while he was mopping the floors. And he proceeded to dance with the mop like he was in the movie Footloose throughout the entire length of the song. And they got this all on camera.
I mean, I can't say anything. I would do the exact same thing.
Like, they literally caught him, like, spinning around with the mop. Like...
I'd be no better, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
But he finished this off with a joke. He's like, well, here's the thing. At the end of the month, I was due for a raise. 24 cents. They actually gave me 25 cents. Maybe a little bit of that. Maybe a little bit of that. Give me that extra cent.
Okay, I cannot remember. I might be getting Mandela affected here.
Okay.
John Moxley joined the LS11 version of BCC.
Yeah, no, he did.
Is he still in it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was. I was trying to make sure I didn't just like completely falsely remember that. Just because we've been using Claudio, Yuta, and Danielson for the tournament.
Yeah.
I did see his match with Mark Briscoe while I was doing
Yeah.
updates today.
Uh,
Good stuff.
I am looking forward to like seeing what Epic Universe turns out to be.
Yeah.
Have you heard much about it?
No, I can't say I have.
Apparently, it's Universal's like really big push to rival Disney in the Orlando area.
No, I hadn't heard of that.
Huh?
I just said nope, I hadn't heard of that.
Yep, they got the Super Mario World.
That I'm very excited about.
Yeah. They got the land based on How to Train Your Dragon.
That's pretty cool.
They of course have Harry Potter, which they've always had Harry Potter, but
Yeah. Okay.
and,
The
and every day
patriarchy.
we are increasingly more tired with Harry Potter. At least I do.
Yeah, I'm the same way. The patriarchy. I know it's Christian Cage and Colby Carino. I saw Luchasaurus got kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
So is it just those two, or is there a third I don't know about?
For now, just those two.
Okay. Yeah, Pierre, it feels very weird it being just you in chat for us too. Like, I don't know where some of the other usuals are. JT's kind of in and out. And then but sometimes we just have watch along nights like this, I guess.
Maybe they leave when I come in because they're like, oh, well, Xander has company now, so
Oh, it's very possible.
we didn't want him to be alone.
Pierre says, so is Christian now in search of a new son or daughter? Suppose that's up to Ray. Pierre says again, was not expecting the draw from MJF and Swerve.
That dude just held up his phone and said something. I don't know what he said.
What? Hi, Kevin.
Why did that guy do that?
What gotta do what?
He there was just this guy behind Michael Cole, and he just held up his phone and just said family in text. I'm like, you're not Vin Diesel.
Maybe he's a big fan of maybe he's just a big fan of the hit movie series The Fast and the Furious.
I love when a movie series is so synonymous with one thing, and even the word just like everyone's like, yep.
Yeah. I don't think that Motor City lose the belts here.
No, but as I said, I love doing, and you can see it in my booking. I love doing title matches on regular TV.
Yeah.
Um,
I think Motor City probably picks up the win, and then we get a Street Profits heel turn.
which I'd be down for because at least like I'm like, okay, you're like I feel like that's at least a new coat of paint for them. Whereas like when they were kind of part of the Hurt Business, it was like, okay, they're heels, but they're not heels. Like,
Right.
or I wonder if like maybe the eventual goal is to turn DIY heel and attempt to do a DIY for heel DIY.
I think we're getting the DIY breakup soon.
Damn.
They're not even subtly, they're heavily teasing Ciampa going heel because he's getting pissed at Johnny being nice to everybody.
Which, like, granted, like, I love Johnny Gargano. I know you love Johnny. We all love Johnny Gargano.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Jim Cornette doesn't love Johnny Gargano, but
Well, Jim Cornette doesn't like most things, so
I mean his criticism of him is actually very valid. I feel
okay.
he says he doesn't have much variety in his facial expressions when he sells. He's not very good at emoting to the audience. Which I'm like, you're like, I don't care. He looks like me.
Yeah, he looks like me
I
if I was in
connect to him.
shape.
He looks like me. I'm an expressionless white guy. I connect to that.
I mean, kinda.
One of my favorite like dark jokes I've ever heard is the classic question of if you could have a superpower, what would you have? And,
Yeah.
I've heard now my favorite and darkest answer to that:
Okay.
the ability to be vulnerable.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I don't. I just. I'm sad now.
What superpower would you have? Vulnerability. Just we can all relate to that a bit too well.
Yeah. Um. I. Oh. I like the idea of having like the powers of Mystique from the X-Men.
That's just, like the best response. Like you're just going like imagine like you went around a room and that was just like something you heard.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of some other things that are dark, but they're so fucked up in how dark they are. Like,
Dude, that just makes me sad. Well, sounds like my wonderful wife is home. So, Ray, I was saying this before you got on stream tonight. Our Christmas tree is up.
Yeah. Christmas obsessed bastard. How dare you have joy?
Thoughts on Jake Paul knocking out Mike Tyson? He didn't.
What?
He didn't, right?
Oh my god, if he did, that'd be incredible. Well, it wouldn't be incredible. It wouldn't say anything.
It didn't happen, right?
Is the fight even on yet? All right, guys. Maybe that's where everyone is. Maybe they're all watching that.
No, the fight hasn't even really started yet. If Jake Paul somehow wins the fight, no one will ever convince me that it wasn't a fixed fight from the start.
I don't know, man. But here's the thing. What does it prove even if he does win the fight?
Right.
He beat up a 60-year-old man.
Right, that's how I feel about it too. Also, the entire Paul family can fuck right off. I don't ever want to see any of them on any of my screens ever again, but
especially their dad.
Yeah, I can't stand any of them.
What if you did the most Gen Alpha commercial possible and did the Ritz got the Riz commercials?
Oh god.
Ritz have Riz. He has Major W Riz.
He's a Sigma Alpha Giga Chad.
Yeah.
With W Riz Skibbity, Ohio.
Anyway, now that I'm done with my brain aneurysm.
Yeah.
And I also understand. Xander and I are part of the generation that invented dabbing. No, wait, we did invent dabbing. Dabbing was older than that.
Yeah, that was around for a while before us. It just became our generation made popular.
It was around before it became big.
Is it Roppongi 3K or is it just R3K?
It's RPG 3K.
Okay, RPG 3K.
Yeah. Ray, you can't just have a random number and all these letters.
Right.
I can do what I want. I mean, come on. NXT rebranded the Rascals to Must See Kids and then decided, well, that sounds inappropriate. We're going to... You remember that?
No, they're MSK, which stands for me. And that's what MSK stands for.
Apparently, there's a whole YouTube question on who invented the dab.
Okay.
They're claiming dabbing started in 2012.
That's possible.
Okay. I remember the first time I saw someone dab. I thought it was dumb then. Because even you will confirm, I was just as cynical as I was when I was 16.
You've always been cynical. I don't want people to... I don't think you want me to tell people what one of the first sentences you ever said to me was.
What are you talking? Oh.
about what you don't do because what you didn't do because you didn't want to follow the crowd.
But because I didn't want to what?
Can I just say it? I don't think you're gonna get too
Sure.
mad. I think you're gonna be like Xander.
Sure.
14 years old. We are 14 years old. This man looks at me and says, "Hi, my name's Ray. I don't take my meds anymore because I don't want to follow the crowd.
I don't want to what?
I I don't take my meds anymore because I don't want to follow the crowd." Oh shit. Hello, Daniel, by the way. Well, what a great part of the stream to come into. Jeez, Champa. But yes, that is the first thing this man ever said to me when we first met.
What if they surprised everyone and Johnny just went along with the heel turn?
I could see it.
Or like Johnny was like, I know this is where this leads. I don't want to lose my best friend again, so I'm just going to go with it.
Yeah.
This is not the way.
It's kind of
This
staged
is not
like he
the
might.
way, Tommaso. Tommaso. Oh, have you been
Oh,
in the
no.
gym?
Oh, Johnny just seems so sad.
Tommaso! You scuffed my Jordans, man! Come on!
Oh my god. You creased his Jordans, Tommaso.
Or his Nikes, my man. Angela, don't be mad because he didn't win the tag titles again. We know if Montez wasn't standing there, you'd go through 3 more tag team partners, just like you did with the other with the others in NXT. What? They put D'Angelo with person after person
They
after
did.
person
You're right.
for like 4 years in NXT. So they
You're right.
finally landed on Montez and it worked.
So you saying that about the Jordans made me think about this. So I've talked about this a little bit. Alex, my roommate, for reference, Ray, my roommate does not want their actual name being said on streams and stuff. Just since you know my roommate's name. But Alex, my roommate, and one of our other friends online.
We'll just refer to her as Bird.
Hemlock is what they want to go by. So we're going with that. Because that's their screen name.
Her and I were in the same mindset.
Yeah, so it's Alex, them, and another one of our friends. And we're doing a playthrough of Baldur's Gate. And it's going to go out on Uncut and Uncensored, as well as get edited down and censored, obviously, for YouTube at some point. But what's really funny about it to me is Alex is playing as...
I would love it if like someone called like the cut censored version cut and properly Christian. Just like
I could call it that. That would be kind of funny.
yeah, just
But yeah.
like to kind of make fun of like the obviously South Park bigger, longer, and uncut it.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway. So Alex, I don't remember what class Alex is playing as. It might be Druid. Maybe not Druid. She can summon animals, though.
Okay. It could also be a bard.
No, it's not a bard. I know that much.
Some bards can summon animals, though.
Yeah, but she's not a bard. I know that much. But anyway, she keeps summoning a cat that looks so much like our cat Dana.
That's fun.
And so we have the running joke that anytime Alex has Dana go attack someone, she goes, "Dana, go crease their Jordans."
Oh, wait a minute. I literally, I was like, wait a minute, you're talking about Baldur's Gate. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the time. Like, so whenever like you said your wife Alex is playing someone who can summon animals. Whenever you talk about something like that, my mind immediately goes to Alex is playing D&D.
Well, Baldur's Gate is just D&D as a video game. It's all the same
I
classes,
know,
all the same mechanics.
yeah. Because Alex plays D&D. I used to play D&D. I haven't in a few years. I'd like to start again, but I just don't have a group.
Yeah.
Because like here's the thing, and this is I feel like where Alex and I would disconnect over D&D.
Yeah.
I like in-person D&D. I've tried online D&D. I can't do online D&D. It's not fun.
Yeah.
For me, like the fun of D&D is being there in person, and that's a me thing. So like,
Yeah, I get what you mean,
and
though.
and like the pandemic in general just made people a lot less amenable to actually doing things in person anymore.
Yeah, it did.
I feel like now, like I hate saying post-pandemic, but like like post-pandemic, in a world where people are generally being more social again,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, damn, like it's harder to get people out for just like basic social interactions. Like it now has to be like an event. I feel like for a lot of people if they're gonna go out.
Yeah. Ray, I can never add another team or take a team away from this section of the website again.
You're just, I like other encouraging signs again.
Yeah.
All these signs are amateur.
Mm.
Where is a Goldberg eats corn the long way?
Oh my god.
No, I'm like, where is some really great sign? Like,
Not being shown on camera, probably.
I miss Lemmy. That's a good one. Like,
I don't think Naomi. I think it's main eventing for a reason tonight. I don't think it's because Naomi's winning the belt. I think we're getting the cash in tonight.
yeah, because I have them both, I'm like, and they've been doing this so much on SmackDown. I'm gonna keep Naomi and Bailey away from each other entirely because it seems like they cannot get away from including them in the same storyline constantly.
Yeah, well, they
Where
had a
it's like,
mutual tag
hey,
partner, so
yeah,
naturally.
no, it's like, hey, we share an old tag partner, so we're basically tag partners. We're
Adjacent.
basically tag partner cousins.
Yeah, we're tag
So
partners adjacent.
yeah, so and our other tag part and our real tag partner has proven to be nowhere near the commodity she thought she was. So
Jeez. Yeah. But so
to be
for
fair, nowhere near the commodity anyone thought she was.
yeah. But yeah, so for reference, the reason I said I can never add another tag team or take one away from the website again is our tag teams and factions section has 69 teams exactly now.
Oh, I thought it was literally just like a functional thing with the website or something.
No, I can have up to 250.
Okay, cool.
JT asks what the best cash in was. Pierre,
I
like
know
an
you're gonna
LS11.
say Heist of the Century because you always say Heist of the
Well,
Century.
no, he was asking an LS11 universe.
Oh, an LFL in universe.
Which Pierre immediately jumps in and says Cody.
Cody.
I'm always stuck between Cody and Adam Cole.
Cody and Adam Cole, those were both good. I really like those. I feel like this is the weird thing to say. Like, I feel like Cody forming the six and taking SmackDown and leading SmackDown, like that whole big storyline we did, like while Undisputed Era and the Six both ran SmackDown,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like because the Undisputed Era had that previous history of having already dominated NXT in the previous season, I feel like people were just waiting for them to show up on Raw or SmackDown and win all the belts there, and then like do the same thing there.
Right.
Which like so it kind of creates this interesting discussion of like I feel like at the time people were a lot more excited about the Cole cash in because they're like, oh, that means the Undisputed Era is going to run SmackDown. Um, and they didn't know that's necessarily what it meant when Cody won the belt.
Right. Pierre says Dom's was pretty good. Dom's
Huh?
is one of my favorite because
I
so
was
many
gonna say,
people were
I
just in
also have no.
denial.
Well, also like Dom is like someone who I was like. I feel like Dom is like one of those people who really fit like the gimmick of the briefcase.
Oh, for
Right. So
sure.
and like here's the thing, and like I'm not mad at Edge for thinking about it because it was a great idea. But you know, like him cashing in, he thought of that idea. Like the cash in was not thought of as like part of the thing with Money in the Bank.
Right.
Like when Money in the Bank became a thing, it was figured that like at one point you'd say, "Hey, I'm doing my match," and then they set a date for it. And that's like what Chris Jericho was thinking. That's what everyone was thinking when they made the match.
Yeah.
Ed was the one who thought about what if the champion's already injured? And I come out and say, I'm cashing in, and like they ring the bell and the match is on. Like that was Edge's idea.
Yeah.
Which, don't get me wrong, brilliant idea, right? And it isn't his fault what happened
Yeah.
because I feel like at first they kind of like realized. And here's my thing. I feel like if RVD's cash in, or he actually did announce the cash in, happened before Edge's where he didn't, or and sabotaged them, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like that would almost make me like the movie more, or like the Money in the Bank more. I'm sorry, I'm not watching the trailer for this movie. I'm actually gonna go see Gladiator 2, believe it or not.
Okay.
Huh?
I said, all right.
Purely because I know like the whole TikTok meme of men obsessed with the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
But I legitimately am obsessed with the Roman Empire.
It's
And
true.
not
You have been for as long as I've known you.
and not but here's the thing, not just the military aspects of the Roman Empire.
Yeah.
I'm interested in all parts of the Roman Empire. So like for example, I did Greek plays in high school. I did Greek and Roman plays in high school.
Yep.
I'm that nerd. Anyway,
Anyways, you were saying about I think cash ins.
yeah, so I was saying I feel like if they had had a few years where they established that like you do say, okay, I want a title match now, and then they set a date for it and the match happens and whoever wins wins. I almost feel like that would have made Edge walking out there with the briefcase and saying, I'm cashing in right now for a match right now while the champion's hurt. I feel like that would have made it like almost better because you would have been like, wait, you can do that, and you already would have established what the Money in the Bank is. So it'd be like this rule change of like, wait, what? Like,
Yeah. Pierre says Cody's cash in is in essence just one last big fuck you to Seth, and then just going to SmackDown and leaving Seth high and dry on Raw. Yeah, pretty much.
I feel like Cody winning the title the way he did was like a real step, was like a real stamp of the heel turn itself, of like him being the true heel.
Yeah.
Because once he had the title, by God, he went insane.
Oh, it was great though, wasn't it?
Yeah. Here's the thing, like, there's no Cody interviews that have happened where I'm like, God, I kind of wish that would have happened. Like when we were doing the whole Cody Homelander thing, because I would have used some of these lines. I would have like told you to use this.
Yeah.
Like one line I heard about, like, I want to tell everyone who's here who's not trying to be a top guy to get out. Get out. Why are you here? Like,
Right. All right, good news, folks. I think with the next website update,
Oh, sorry.
no, you're good. I think the next website update that is coming out tonight will have every team and faction that is actively in OS11 Universe finally on it.
Guys, I've realized Xander's accidental YouTube doppelganger in this moment. Xander, you look like Wendigoon.
I don't know who that is.
Look up Wendigoon.
Wendigo?
Wendigoon.
I don't see it.
I see it with the beard, the face shape from the eyes. When he grows his beard out more, especially. He made some of the best Five Nights at Freddy's videos I've ever seen. Just talking about the series. I know you're interested in stuff like that.
Okay. Look, man, you don't have to out my autistic interests like this.
Look, man, like, here's the thing. I have the same autistic. Like, your autistic interest in Five Nights at Freddy's is my autistic interest in Faith, the Unholy Trinity.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know what it is, that's another independent horror game series that has, like, a ton of disturbing lore in it, except it's a lot more disturbing than Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, a lot more. Like...
Yeah. Oh, so small thing while I'm updating the website here that I'm gonna call you out on stream about it a little bit.
Okay.
I know that you've not had time to do a New Japan show lately. For God's sake,
even about the Hiroshi Tanahashi thing.
Yes, we gotta get that fucking belt on him. He's overtaken everyone at this point.
You and I talked about him the other day.
Yes, and I ran the numbers.
Xander. Okay, no.
He is about to hit 600 days, Ray.
Well, Xander, sometimes when you're being the ace of the universe, things take time.
Look, all I'm saying is we got so many indie shows now, just like or we just announced that the US title was deactivated like 300 days ago and you do the global title or something.
If you want to do that, fine. Because
Okay.
I've literally, like, you and I talked about it, and guys, like, just to be frank, I'm kind of, I talked about Xander. I was like, I think on the website we should essentially just strip everyone and say that, like, New Japan Pro Wrestling is until further notice under hiatus. Or
That's kind of what I was because like you're about to start. You're not about to start. I don't want to say that because then that immediately makes it sound like I'm putting pressure on you, and that is not the case. You were considering getting into the indies as well.
Yeah. So I had considered two of my own indie promotions. Very different from Lone Star and Maple Leaf, and they wouldn't feud with each other the way Lone Star and Maple Leaf do. They would be two pretty ancillary civil promotions where it's just,
Right. But yeah, we can kind of just put the New Japan titles on hiatus for now.
Sorry, guys. I know for a lot of people who love New Japan, that's really sad to hear, but
Well, I personally, this is just me, and a lot of people might disagree with me on this. I think it's better that we do the indies than the occasional Ring of Honor. And I would far rather us have consistent indies than inconsistent Ring of Honor in New Japan.
Well, also, the thing is, like I said before, and, I know, people who watch the show don't, when you watch the show, you don't really think about how much harder one show is to book than another.
Oh, yeah, God, that's part of why I don't do. That's part of why Ring of Honor got axed, was it was one of the hardest things for me to book.
Yeah, and, here's the thing. At one point, I was going to take over Ring of Honor. But, here's the thing. I also realized how limited you were, and my plan was to basically take about a quarter of AEW's roster and putting them over on Ring of Honor, as well as some people like from the free agent list. And I was going to really upgrade Ring of Honor into more of its own brand. And
Yeah, and I kind of at one point I'd started kind of doing that when I was doing LS11 Honor Club for members.
yeah, and ultimately, kind of my idea was to make Ring of Honor the opposing brand to AEW.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I'm kind of. I love too much. I'm glad I'm doing SmackDown. I like what I'm doing with SmackDown, but at the same time, I do think I had a lot of really cool ideas for that, for an expanded version of Ring of Honor.
Right.
But you don't get to do every idea you have. In fact, probably about 3/4 of the ideas you're gonna have, you're probably gonna throw out.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Like, you're not gonna do a majority of the ideas.
Yeah, that's just part of being a universe creator.
Yeah, you're gonna have, like, here's the thing, like, you're gonna have 20 ideas. You're gonna do 5.
Yep.
And 3 of them may be worth, like, maybe very, very good. And when I say very good, like, here's the thing. I don't think booking standard wrestling is really hard.
No.
Like, booking mid-card guys who can really not wins and losses don't matter. Like, you do need to try and keep things, like, you need to try and keep people over and keep your hierarchy established of who is a main event guy, who is a jobber, and like how do they fall and who beats who in that whole thing, going from lower mid card to upper mid card to main event to superstar.
Yeah. Pierre asks, so Written War is done, as in we're only doing the 2. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, well, so like the fun thing is, because of the WWE ID program and AEW just and someone brought this up, is the ID program going to cut off AEW's access to the indies?
I don't think so.
And if so, like, they need to sign even more people in, because that means they won't be able to get any talent really short notice. But I know you said I don't think so, but it's something to think about.
Yeah, and I do get where people are getting the idea that might be what's happening. I want to believe that is not the case, but I could also just be dead wrong. It wouldn't be the first time. It won't be the last.
Well, this is the first time WWE ever really giving a shit about the indies.
Yeah.
Like, and like, mind you, WWE created the indies.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, whoops. And fixed. But yeah,
like, you want to know something honestly, like, really sad?
what's that?
I was thinking about it, like, if William Patrick Corgan wasn't who he is, like, I'm like, I honestly think NWA would honestly have a really good chance of building a good name for themselves again.
Did you just full legal name him?
Yes.
Oh my god. Dude.
But like, here's the thing. It's at least a brand name that a lot of people of a certain age in this country are going to identify with.
Yeah.
A lot of people still remember the NWA.
Yeah.
So at least that's something. You gotta love how. Oh, Nia overheated. She had to zip down the dress a bit.
Mm.
There's some airflow. I get it.
But yeah, I do think it's kind of funny. Hold on. I think it's kind of funny how I just went through all of this to make all the fucking team graphics for New Japan, and then it's like, yeah, we're focusing more on the indies than New Japan.
Now, granted, one of the indies in particular, I think, could really feature a lot of Japanese talent.
Oh yeah. Well, also, like in all fairness, the New Japan's roster,
It's very small already.
yeah, it's 35 people, and several of them are already featured elsewhere.
Yeah.
Pierre with a great question. He says, "So Ray, do you have a timetable on when Buddy Matthews might be returning to Ray EW, or is that on hold until after
Well,
the World Cup?"
right now, Buddy Matthews is in the cup,
Right.
so I guess we need to see how the cup shakes out
True. True.
before we make any rash decisions.
Oh shit.
Um, because also Xander, consider this. Oh, okay.
Like I said, I don't think we're getting the title change from like I don't think we're getting a Naomi title win, but I do think we might get a Tiffany cash in
Yeah,
tonight.
that'd be hat on hat at this point.
What would?
That'd be hat on hat at this point. That'd be like you have the beat down backstage and the cash in and and Naomi's winning. And now Tiffany's coming out here. And now it'd be like just too many
Fair.
I feel like with ending angles, like you want to do it max with run in ending angles like that. You want to at least do like 2, 3 max. Like when AEW does the angles where it's like just 8 run-ins in a row.
Oh my god. What?
Like,
Oh Jesus.
oh shit.
That was pretty cool though.
Why is Tiffy wearing all black?
I got no. I got nothing. I don't have anything clever on that one.
It's just an interesting fashion choice. I'm wondering what it all means.
Okay, so with the New Japan titles, how are we handling this? Am I just making them all vacant, or am I just kind of deactivating them?
Are you what?
Am I kind of just making all of the New Japan titles vacant, or am I deactivating them?
Your choice. What's easier for you?
I mean, deactivating them just means I wipe the New Japan champion banner from the top of the New Japan roster.
Yeah, if you want to do that, just put on like the thing belt deactivated. And then, wait, Candace is here?
Yeah, she's kind of been competing with Tiffany for Nia's favor lately.
Okay.
All right then.
You wanted something I did notice recently?
What's that?
when Nia does her big Samoan, like does her big drop, her big finish, right?
Yeah,
And
the
she
Annihilator.
the Annihilator, and she sticks her feet out. That's not
Mhm.
really something a lot of people do when they hit that move. Typically, they keep their legs like boosted up and like they're like on their knees.
Yeah.
And she sticks her feet out. And I noticed, I was like, I think she's doing it because that's what Yokozuna did very famously. That's what's the bonsai drop. Which I understand it's not politically correct, but I also wish they could still call that move the bonsai drop
Yeah.
for Yoko because I love Yoko. Yoko was badass. These are like the mean group of girls you have on the playground in the 5th grade.
Yeah.
It's like the blonde one, the bigger one who's just stronger than everybody, who everyone's afraid of. The purple haired weird psycho one. Roman got a text from Vin Diesel.
Oh shit! Oh no! Paul Heyman's dead!
What? Sorry, the thing cut out for me.
Roman said call the wise man, and it did like the boo beep. The number you are trying to reach is no longer in service.
No.
So Paul Heyman's dead.
They could have just disconnected the numbers, Andrew.
I know, Ray, I think he's dead. I think that means Paul Heyman's canonically dead.
Could you imagine if they're like, we have to reach Paul, and then like they keep trying to call him, they can't call him. They're like, all right, this is crazy, but it just might be enough to work. And they pull out like the big massive cell phone from the 80s, like the brick phone, and pull the thing out. Call Paul E.
That would be funny. That would be quite humorous.
I also love, like, okay. Do you know why his name was Paul E. Dangerously?
Not really, no.
So there's a movie called Johnny Dangerously.
Oh, well, that tells me all I need to know there.
And Xander, I'm not lying. It is one of the funniest damn movies I've ever seen. And like, I'm not saying like it's so bad, it's good. It's legitimately like a really good movie that's really fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like so many jokes that you could never, ever, ever, ever. One in particular that if you said it today, there would be riots in the streets.
Yeah.
But so it stars Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And apparently people used to tell Paul Heyman he looked like Michael Keaton. And I'm like, on what planet does Paul Heyman look like Michael fucking Keaton? I'm like, I'm sorry, I just don't buy that whole story of you looking like Michael Keaton. It's like Paul is like, that's the thing with Paul. He's a liar, like, and he does it just enough to the point where you know he's bullshitting, but he won't admit it either.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna tell all these people here because I told you before, but I haven't told the story on stream before.
Okay.
The Paul Heyman story I know about. Paul Heyman went up to Jim Cornette in the 1990s when Paul's team was feuding with Jim's, and they were doing like a big angle on TBS. And it was getting a lot of ratings. And Paul said, Jim, I was at the China Club. And you want to know who I met there? Well, goddamn, Paul, I don't know who. Jack Nicholson. Well, damn, Paul, that's great. I mean, come on. Hey, you want to know what he said to me? Are you telling me you spoke to Jack Nicholson? Yes. Okay, what did Jack Nicholson say to you? He said, look out for the racket. Okay, Paul, let's establish this real quick. We live in Atlanta. You just came here to me and said you went to New York for the weekend. I could buy that. You said you went to the China Club. I could buy that. You said you saw Jack Nicholson. Believe it or not, I could still buy that. People go there. Fine. You spoke to Jack Nicholson. Okay, now we're getting far-fetched. And now you're telling me that Jack Nicholson watches wrestling on TBS and knows who I am. I swear on my mother's grave. Well, goddamn, Paul, that your mother's fucking dead.
Oh, man.
Which I'm like, honestly, I think Paul's probably bullshitting there.
Possible.
You think Jack Nicholson was watching wrestling? What? I take that back. His weird ass, I could see it. It's true. Weird people watch wrestling. I'm not lying. Like, you know.
I mean, look at us.
Yeah, look at us. Like,
we're fucking weird.
Yeah.
At least we own it, though.
Like, looks like you got people like Rick Rubin. You watch his music producer, legendary. Beastie Boys.
Alright. Almost got all the New Japan stuff taken care of.
Alright.
JT asks thoughts on Weird Al.
Love it.
Absolutely. He's a treasure. He's a national treasure that must be protected at all costs.
Now, okay. Someone asked me something. And I'm like, it's like still Weird Al, but it's getting close. Like, who is better at musical comedy? Or like, not who is like, I'm like, if you want to talk about who's a better musician, I'm not sure. Like, okay, so the question was, who's a better like musician, Weird Al or Bo Burnham? And I was like, okay, if you want to talk about like a pure musician, I think Bo has a lot more serious work that kind of pushes him into like a different kind of thing than Weird Al does.
Yeah.
But if you want to talk about like a musical comedian, Bo Burnham does have some really funny songs, but I don't think he has anything that approaches like Weird Al's like level of just. I'm not lying. White and Nerdy is one of the best parodies ever, and I hate Ryan Nerdy.
They see me mowing the front lawn.
Yeah.
Pierre asks thoughts on Linkin Park. They have some songs I like.
I don't want to say they're bad, because, like, I do understand, like, Chester Bennington and everything that happened with that, and the horrible situation there. But, yeah, they were just kind of part of that, like, new metal wave of, like, bands that never really appealed to me.
Mm-hmm.
I love rock music, and, like, you put on some, like, classic music. So like I don't know if you know this, Andrew. Do you know like my morning music, who I always listen to in the morning to wake up?
No, because you really never put on music when you're hanging out with me. So
because I feel weird playing music when guests are there because I don't want to like feel like I'm intruding too much, even
Fair.
when I'm at my own house. I don't want to just turn on super loud music. Um, but I listen to Queen in the morning. Like,
Queen is the best, so
yeah, like, and I listen to only like the super high octane Queen songs.
yeah.
And um, yeah.
Let's see. JT asks thoughts on Motor City Machine Guns making their SmackDown debut. Good news, guys. JT's Internet Explorer finally caught up to a fucking month ago. Moving on. But yeah, I listened to a little bit of Linkin Park. Not much, but they've got
Yeah.
some good stuff.
Yeah. And I always start with the same Queen song in the morning. It can change like the list, but I always start with the same girl with the same song.
Okay.
Fat Bottom Girls.
All right.
I don't know why I love that song.
I mean, for me, if I had to pick one Queen song that I had to start the day with, it would probably be "Don't Stop Me Now."
I know it's for you, Don't Stop Me Now. But I feel like Don't Stop Me Now is like just so overplayed. I've heard that so much.
It's a good song, right?
And also it lacks like I know like but here's the thing, Fat Bottom Girl is not my favorite Queen song.
Okay.
Do you, is I think Don't Stop Me Now is your favorite overall Queen song, isn't it?
What was that?
Like is Don't Stop Believing like your no, is Don't Stop Me Now, is that like your favorite Queen song overall?
Probably.
Because I like Fat Bottom Girl isn't my favorite Queen song overall. It's just like I just think it's I don't know. I love the guitar riff in it. It just it has like that great like earworm factor. But I think my favorite overall Queen song will be Under Pressure.
Under
And,
Pressure is really good. And then Vanilla
and
Ice had to try and do something with it.
yeah, and that's the thing now. Anytime now I'm in a grocery store and I hear that, I'm like, oh, I'm about to be in a fucking great mood or fucking disappointed as hell.
Right.
Like it's like here's your dun 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 dun. You're just like, please, please, please don't
Please,
let me hear.
Freddie.
You're like, please, please, just let me hear. Pressure.
Pushing down on me. Okay. Peter says his favorite is probably either We Will Rock You or Bohemian Rhapsody. Also great options. JT says he thought my favorite song was Rick Ashley's Never Gonna Give You Up. Well, I don't know who Rick Ashley is, but Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up is top 3 for me.
Would Under Pressure get top 3 for me? I don't know. Um,
But no, Never Gonna Give You Up has not been my favorite song in a few years at this point.
but like, here's the thing: like, I like when it comes to favorite anything, like Xander, like I've always noticed Xander's a lot better of like definitively knowing what his favorite thing is.
For the most part, yeah.
You're very good, I've noticed, at being able to be like, oh yeah, this is my favorite thing. I'm able to rank them in this order and da 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 da. Da. For me,
Except
like,
for wrestling
uh,
matches.
oh yeah,
I don't have a favorite match.
I have favorite kinds of matches, or like I have like a list of like, but like that's the thing. Like my favorite movie list, like if it was genuinely all the movies I consider to be great movies,
Mm-hmm.
it would be like 30 or 40 movies. Like it'd be a shit ton. Like
Yeah.
um so no, and like that's the other thing of like I'd like because I love old Metallica. Um But then, I'm also, hate saying it, I'm a bit of a sad emo boy, and I love sad music. And I've shown Xander some of my music, and he looks at me and he's like, Ray, how do you listen to this and not want to die?
God,
Like,
what has happened? Like suddenly the stream just started tanking in frames. Like I saw sorry, I went quiet because I was trying to fix it. But like suddenly I've stopped and restarted the stream from OBS, and in the 20 seconds we have been live, we have dropped 79% of the frames.
wow.
And I don't know what's going on. Like I hear Alex in the other room, but I don't think her coming home and like using her phone on the Wi-Fi is enough to make the fragile Wi-Fi go down. But anyway, um, so Pierre asked me what my comfort match is, like a match I could just turn on and watch whenever.
I feel like you're gonna say one of the Royal Rumbles.
A Rumble, like the 2019 Rumble,
That's what I was about to
is
say. I was about to be like, I was literally about to think. I was like, I feel like it's gonna be the 2019. And I was like, what was the Rumble that Seth won? And I
well,
was,
because Seth, like, right, because like Seth wins it, Gargano's in it, Aleister Black's in it. Like, it's a great Rumble. I got good memories of it.
yeah, it gave us this great outlook for this WrestleMania that is one of the weirdest beasts to conquer in terms of WrestleMania.
Yeah, because for some reason it's 8 goddamn hours.
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, there's parts of the show that are amazing, literally, like some of the best things in WrestleMania ever.
Right.
Amazing moments, but it's 8 hours.
Right,
And
and it's
Bobby
like,
Lashley versus Finn Balor starts at hour 6, and you're like, why? But I remember because I was sitting there watching it.
yeah, we weren't talking again just yet.
We had not talking. We had not talking in a long time at that point. And like when I realized, I was like, okay, now it's time for the main event. Finally, this pay per view is going to be over. And then Bobby Lashley made his entrance. I went, son of a bitch! Like,
Right.
I kept, like, because like you kept thinking it had to be over, and then you realize you forgot like 3 more matches that had been booked for this show.
And then Triple H and Batista went for like half an hour.
Yeah,
But yeah, no,
and
2019 Rumble is probably my answer there. But if I have to, like, because I've told Ray, and I think a lot of people know at this point, I don't like rewatching old matches because, like,
and
I know who's gonna win, and for some
and
reason that doesn't excite me.
you want to know the thing?
What's that?
Um, so if I remember correctly, Finn Bobby is second to last on that show.
I believe it is, yes.
So you want to know what's come out that's
What's
happened
that?
since. So Finn and Bobby went a certain amount of time, did all this stuff like this, and like this hasn't ever been confirmed, but it's been like a theory has been like corroborated by a few people that essentially Brock got a whisper of how long the show was going to be,
Mm-hmm.
and basically gave Finn and Bobby his time and him and Seth's spot, and just let Seth do what he did in the opening to Mania because he's like, I'm not staying here
I
for
don't
9.
blame him.
I'm not staying here that long waiting for this.
Yeah, I can't say
And
I
like,
blame him on
to be
that one.
fair, that was like people who went, they weren't getting home till 4 in the morning. So
No.
which for those of you who don't know, I feel like once a wrestling show goes beyond 3 hours most times. Okay, if it's a weekly show, I feel like 2 hours is ideal.
Yeah.
Wrestling pay-per-view, 3 hours, I feel like you're fine. And like for special events, for WrestleMania, Survivor Series, SummerSlams, I feel like you're at 4 hours. I feel like you're allowed to go 4 hours at that point.
Yeah.
If you go anywhere beyond that, I feel like you're too much.
Yeah. We should probably wrap up soon since you and I have to talk about all this stuff.
Sorry.
No, you're
It
good.
was
I'm
so
just OBS is just also having a stroke over here, so at this point people are probably getting every other word we're saying.
Okay. So guys, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna do some roster trimming.
Yeah, we're filling out the indies a little bit.
Yeah. And we'll see you guys when we see you.
Yep, I'll see you guys
See
Monday.
you on Monday. I won't be here. I
Alright.
might come later.